Well, the Army Corps of Engineers is also closely working with Fema as Hurricane Irma could cause widespread power outages and structural damage all across the state of Florida. Major General Don Riley is a retired Army Corps of Engineer Deputy Commanding General and Deputy Chief of Engineers. He's also a senior advisor for Dawson and Associates. He joins me now. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you, Julie. I appreciate the invitation.
So the primary risks from Irma are as follows: wind damage, inland tornadoes, and a massive storm surge. So how are your people, the people of Miami Beach, handling this? Are these buildings built to code? Since 1992, when Hurricane Andrew blew through, a lot of building codes actually changed for homes, especially for the rooftops, specifically because they couldn't sustain Category 4 winds. So Miami Beach, how does it hold up?
Locally, the decisions on where people build, of course, zoning laws are a local decision, and then building codes are the responsibility of the state. What the federal government is concerned about, and specifically the Corps of Engineers, is the movement of water around the state, in particular Lake Okeechobee, which the dike around Lake O is a Corps of Engineers dike, and they are watching that very closely. If that fills to a greater degree than anticipated, then they'll be concerned. They have, in preparation for the storm, have lowered the lake levels, and then it's less than 14 feet now. They have had 18 feet of water in it before without any problem. They do have a couple of construction sites that they are concerned about overwashing. But back to your original question about Miami Beach, those structures right along the beach, or certainly in the Keys or Tampa and Sanibel and Naples, they could take some severe damage due to storm surge.
Yeah, and a lot of them obviously facing the ocean are all windows. Hopefully most of those windows are covered up, boarded up, but some aren't. And when those windows break, that's when you have flying glass and the interior of people's homes completely gutted. I want to talk more about the storm surge because this is so serious. The ocean water is deadly. It's among one of the deadliest symptoms of any hurricane, packing winds such as Hurricane Irma. They're associated with persistent winds and low pressure. They could actually push the waves 6 to 12 feet of water into southwest Florida Sunday morning with a storm surge of about 5 to 10 feet. Now, that doesn't even take into account high tide, nor does it take the waves on top of those storm surges. What type of flooding are the areas of Florida facing? And maybe tell us which areas of Florida are going to face the most severe flooding.
Well, I think as it looks now, though, the cities on the west coast, Sanibel, Naples, Tampa, St. Petersburg, and especially those that have bay inlets, the water can surge up into there. I understand high tide will be about the same time. It arrives tomorrow morning. What we saw in Katrina and past Christian and Waveland, those houses along the beach were essentially wiped out. There was nothing left but their foundation, and that was a 28-foot storm surge with the waves on top of that. Very highly destructive storm surge right along the coast.
Major General Don Riley, thank you very much, and good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.